Ladies and gentlemen, Monaco is finally here. We've gotten to that point in this season. There's a lot to talk about. So if you're new, subscribe. Let's get into this. But let's kind of start off with the special liveries, helmets, and just those cool little things. So to start off, we have McLaren are celebrating their 1000th Grand Prix during Monaco. They have these liveries and helmets. Yeah, I do really like this, like the black and then the 1000 font. I do think that it's cool. I to be fair, it's alright, you know. I just think it's so cool because the helmet is half of, like, you know, their design and then half of this McLaren 1000. And then it's just very special because we have Charles Leclerc's special suit, and I love this design, especially his suit. I love the white and the red. And then even like his helmet, just that white and red just looks so good. Now the next one is Audi. So Audi has done a special livery and a special race suit as a bit of a tribute to Tazio Nuvolari. And what they've done is they've kind of had this black and yellow kind of design. This looks really cool. The Audi logo is this really nice yellow color, and then they have this yellow stripe at the back of the car. And all the race suits look nice. It's kind of bothered me, the Audi races, because it just looks like they're wearing big pants. And then we have Aston Martin, who have unveiled their brand new livery for Monaco. I really like this, like the bronze color mixed with the green. And then we have Lewis Hamilton's really nice looking helmet. Lewis Hamilton has unveiled his special helmet for this Monaco GP. And look, maybe I'm biased, but I love this. And now we're gonna go through a bit of a quick fire. So we have Williams special suits. Overall, I really like this kind of pixely type design in the sides. I think it's very cool. Then we have Valtteri Bottas's Badger helmet, which is that. Okay, that's cute. That is cute. I like that. We have Pierre Gasly's red helmet, which, oh my god, that looks amazing. This is to celebrate the launch of his hydration drink. Then we have Kimi Antonelli's seafront helmet. This just looks so cool. The pattern design on it looks incredible. I love this white and blue design. And that is all of the liveries, helmets, and suit designs. Overall, very cool. Now let's move on to the practice. So for free practice 1, we had in first Charles Leclerc. It's his home race. He knows this well. Lewis Hamilton in second, and then Max Verstappen in third. Ferrari 1-2 to end off free practice 1. For free practice 2, it's almost the same. Lewis Hamilton going fastest in free practice 2. Charles Leclerc going second fastest. Max Verstappen in third fastest. This is really interesting, kind of looking at this, then compared to what we'll talk about later on. For free practice 3, the first fastest, Kimi Antonelli. Wow, Kimi just at the very end getting the fastest lap in free practice 3, followed by Charles Leclerc in second and Lewis Hamilton in third. So it seems Ferrari have been very, very fast in these practice sessions. It seems like Oliver Behrman had a bit of a crash when trying to pass through Russell, which caused a red flag, which was, thankfully Behrman is okay. It seems like he lost the rear and just clipped the barrier. So now let's move on to the qualifying. And now we have the qualifying. So what an amazing Monaco it has been. You're not going to want to miss this, so stay until the end. So Q1, let's talk about the drivers who have been eliminated. So I don't have any notes for this. So if I miss some things, I'm sorry. Time in the comments down below. Both of the Aston Martins were Lance Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Valtteri Bottas, Oliver Behrman, Sergio Perez, Esteban Ocon, and Gabriel Bortoleto. Lance Stroll doing the slowest lap of the qualifying. Then we have Arvid Lindblad, Franco Colapinto, Nico Hulkenberg, Carlos Sainz, and Alexander Albon. And then in the top 10 for qualifying, starting from 10 upwards, we have Liam Lawson in 10th, Pierre Gasly, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, George Russell, Isaac Hadjar, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, and Kimi Antonelli. Once again, Kimi getting another pole. What is Kimi doing? He is just going absolutely mental, and I am here for it. With Kimi getting the fastest lap of almost a sub 12 with a 1:12.051. Crazy to see, absolutely crazy. So what an insane qualifying that was. Honestly, pretty good, pretty good. Again, I have no notes, so if I miss some things, I'm so sorry. But yeah, Monaco is always really interesting, in the sense that, like, I mean, we kind of know what's gonna happen when, after qualifying, really. Like, you hear people say about whoever, gets P1 in qualifying, they win the race, because Monaco is just so difficult to overtake. And I guess we'll really see this in the race itself. And what a race that was. Probably the most hectic race at least for me personally, that I've seen. Let's just start off with the standings, and we will go over little bits more because I have a lot of notes. Kimi Antonelli gets his, I believe this is 5th win in a row. Amazing. Just from the start, he went flying on, as Kimi does, and he blew away the competition. He went through so much, like all the red flags, all the commotion, all like everything going around him. It didn't faze him. Following with the podium, we have Lewis Hamilton, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, his second ever podium in Ferrari, and he gets P2, which is crazy. And following the podium, Isaac Hadjar. It's great to see. I'm so glad that not only is Max getting all of the podiums, but Isaac Hadjar is as well. And I do think Isaac Hadjar is breaking the second seat curse in Red Bull. It's great to see. Anyway, following down, in 4th place, we have Oscar Piastri, Liam Lawson in 5th, Arvid Lindblad in 6th, Pierre Gasly in 7th, in 8th, we have Alex Albon, in 9th, we have Esteban Ocon, and I believe this is the first points for Cadillac. Overall, it's a huge lineup, and you may be noticing a few names are missing from this very list. 7, I repeat, 7 DNFs in this race. Carlos Sainz, who his car did get a bit ping-ponged, beaten up, which we'll talk about. Charles Leclerc and Lance Stroll, who both went out in the exact same way. There was a bit of an issue with the track, which meant both of these drivers unfortunately slid off, ran right into the barrier in basically the same way as each other. Lando Norris, who had some engine failures, I believe. Oliver Behrman, Valtteri Bottas, and Max Verstappen. He didn't even get to do a single lap. His engine just stalled and he fucked up the car. Really upsetting to see for Max Verstappen. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through my notes. They're very messily written. But yeah, so Max stalled. Kimi just flew down. We got Perez got a drive-to penalty. Valtteri Bottas had an overheating issue, so he had to go into the pits, which resulted in him retiring. There was a bit of a battle between George Russell and Isaac Hadjar that's been went on for a while. Isaac Hadjar was having some issues with his car, not finding the pace, not finding the speed he wanted, and George Russell was trying to just get ahead of him, following behind him, and Hadjar was really not happy that there was an issue. He was trying to get someone to tell him what was going on, and they just couldn't find out an issue. Although there was a lot of issues with the pit lane speeding. I don't know what happened, if there was like some issues with whatever they used to track the speed, but so many drivers got penalties for speeding in the pit lane. George Russell got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, as well as Franco Colapinto getting that same penalty. Of course, we had Lando Norris retiring, I believe it was from an engine failure if I remember correctly. Pierre Gasly got a 5-second penalty. Yeah, Carlos Sainz had a bit of a crash, bit of an incident. I believe it was Nico Hulkenberg, I might be wrong, I forget. Tried to do a move which resulted in him kind of just slamming into almost basically slamming into Carlos Sainz, and then as he was driving through the next corner, he just got spun out by another car crashing into him, which resulted in him DNFing, and that resulted in a safety car. Somehow in Monaco of all places, Lance Stroll got a 5-second penalty for track limits. Then Oscar Piastri also got a 5-second penalty for pit lane speeding, and Stroll retired. There was a bit of an incident with the track, which resulted in him crashing. The same thing happened with Charles Leclerc, the exact same way. It's kind of freaky. Pierre Gasly got 2 penalties, which resulted in 2 5-second penalties, which resulted in a 10-second penalty. He could have gotten a podium. He was right there. The penalties caused him to go way down. There was a red flag on lap 68, which resulted in 10 minutes of the race being postponed. Lewis Hamilton also got another 5-second penalty. George Russell, I don't know what happened really. His team just kind of forgot to do his penalty as he came to the pit, which resulted in him needing to get a drive-to penalty, which brought him down all the way from 3rd from a podium to 14th, which is why he was not on the points at all. And lastly, Hulkenberg got a 10-second penalty. So yeah, that was everything. A very, very hectic race. I want to know, what do you guys think of it? So overall, a great race. Next week, we are now in the Europe state of it. We have Barcelona. What do you guys think? Did you guys like this race? What was your favorite moment from this race? And we're gonna end it there. Again, I'm sorry if this video is very fast paced. So thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to see you all next week for Barcelona. If you are new, please do subscribe. Notifications, hit the bell. Subscribe to TL Racing. Subscribe to us and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at TL Racing F1 for more F1 news and updates on the channel. My name is Laxi. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.